Hincapie hijacks. Is this Arsenal's best summer transfer window ever? Let me know your thoughts. Kiwior seems to be moving closer to going to Porto, and there's a bit of other isms and schisms. Now, I know my voice don't sound how it normally does. It sounds a bit raspy. I don't even know how I lost my voice because over these 2 days, I don't think I was shouting that much, or I must have been. But nonetheless, big up yourselves. People, Deluded, I'm back again. Hope you're doing well and safe. Feels like we ain't been together for a minute because what's that like? Well, it's less than 48 hours, but it feels like I haven't streamed with you lot for a minute. So as usual, whether you're on Twitch or YouTube, big up yourself, smash the like button, join the chat. After this live stream, 4 p.m., I've got Halftime Hooks, SB of the Catch-Up Show. And obviously, your fans on TV, we're going to talk Arsenal, Liverpool, touch on the Man United game. Obviously, it only right to speak about Leeds, talk about Down, talk about everything, people. So yeah, content, and more content, man. DG. You gotta love that intro music. One love, man. We're there for life. I'm here. I'm here. I don't know why I did that, but I'm here. I just pray Zinni leaves, even if it's for a tenner. Damn, you know when people say that about a player, they've had enough in it. Like he needs to cut, bro. Like he needs to cut. Like especially if we're bringing in another left back or someone able to play left back, your role's obsolete. Now that would obviously raise the question. You know, Zinchenko as a player in the squad. You could be utilized, bro. That comment killed me. I must say, even for a tenner, it threw me off. I'm laughing at it again. But obviously, if he was just used as a kind of rotationary piece, you know, probably in midfield, maybe as a makeshift 10 or an 8 in certain conditions, or just an option, then cool. But not that I'm watching the wages, but at the end of the day, we need to get some players gone. We put a lot of players in. Your role is obsolete. Like whether he's a different midfielder, but clearly, you know, and even with bringing in another left back, which on paper you have got Timber that can play there. Obviously, Hincapie's been around for a while, but still only 23. He can obviously play there. Gabriel Magalhaes can play there. So you can't really play left back. And even if you look in central midfield, I don't know if Miles Lewis-Skelly's now going to get some opportunities in midfield. I would rather give it to him. I don't really care where Eze plays, if it's in the 10, out wide, right or left 8, but there's that option. We've got Wanyeri. I don't know if I've said it, but you've got Odegaard, if fit, Kai Havertz. But that's even before talking about the Zubamendis, the Rices, the Norgards of this world. I'm definitely missing someone else out, Mikel Merino. So there's competition for first team football. There's competition to be on the bench. And obviously every week we're going to do this, innit, really. Even with Liverpool, yes, Saka and Odegaard are probably out, but still, in theory, there's some players that don't make the bench, let alone the 11. Now, I look at the depth thing in two ways. At the end of the day, Arsenal are playing 50-plus games as a minimum next season. You know, we've got, my maths is poor, but what's that? 8 games in the Champions League, which we all hope is a lot more. We've got 36 now, but 38 Premier League games, the League Cup and the FA Cup. So there's a lot of first-team football. I look at depth in two ways. The bright side I want to look at depth, people, is obviously what I've just said, competition for places, positive headaches for Mikel Arteta. Nobody's form can drop, you know, no one can afford to coast in it, or you're not going to be playing. Like there might be players that I think are squad players and more first team regulars if I was naming my Arsenal strongest 11. But if these squad players come in, do a job, he's not really a squad player. But Calafiori, 2 games now, played out of his skin. You can't lose that spot regardless of Hincapie, Miles Lewis-Skelly, or even if they were properly fit. If Mikel Arteta wants to either play White right back and put Timber over there, that's how I want to look at the depth. And obviously in game, stronger players might be able to save the day. But unfortunately, the negative but positive, well, the negative side, but also a positive, is the whole point around depth is we all saw last season, not just Arsenal, but we've seen what one injury can do. Liverpool, I'm sure a few years ago, completely derailed via injuries. We've seen Newcastle actually go through that. We've seen one Rodri and what that could do for City. Arsenal fans, a couple of years, we've seen one injury like Saliba and Rob Holding, that whole fiasco. And then we've seen last season it was better to just ask who's fit in it rather than who isn't there. So that's when you get into that sort of scenario, bro, you need everybody. You need a lot of players. Now, I don't want to keep saying we need to sell, but we do need to sell. Like Kiwior clearly wants to go. I'm cool with that. Hincapie, in my opinion, is at least 3 levels above you. You can leave with your head held high, Kiwior. Somebody mentions Zinchenko. The less said on that, the better. Gabriel Jesus, not sure what's going on with him. Fabio Vieira, Reece Nelson. Lokonga's been linked with a move. Need to get people gone in it. Need to free up the wages and the resources. And for me, put that into the transfer kitty for what we're going to do, either what's left of this window or in seasons to come, or, you know, the Gabriels, the Sakas, whoever needs new deals and things of that ilk. So, yeah, man, it's a bit harsh. And I guess you're still reliant on these players leaving because Zinni, if you're looking at it, midfield's bloated. You're not playing in 10. You're not getting in the match day squad. Left back is whatever. I understand if you still believe that he might even be looking at it as maybe Arteta uses me in midfield because the fans are calling for him to be unpredictable. Maybe he utilizes me with that. I've won the Prem, these boys ain't. So maybe I've still got something to offer. My family is comfortable in England and I'm on a very healthy pay packet. I don't want to make it all about money, but reality of the situation that is that I might want to run my deal down. Now, the issue with him and several others is, yeah, you're kind of bleeding the club because at the end of the day, they have to pay your weekly wages, but you're not going to be playing games. And Arsenal can't afford to be in that situation. Like, we can't have, probably even long term, if Kai Havertz, Gabriel Jesus, Zini, everybody, the players that do miss out on a regular basis, it's too much money for a man not to be in a match day squad. So it is what it is. Shout out Shirley, need to get you back on the platform. Can't believe Lokonga is still here. A reminder of the dark times in human form. And I have to wonder, is one thing me asking Arsenal and asking Berta, what's going on? Why haven't you moved people on? And I still maintain that we need to go and do that, if I'm honest with you. But then I'm looking at it is, what's your agent doing? Because this is where your agent earns their bread. Like, how many times do you see players sign? Like, I'm exaggerating with Lokonga, but Lokonga could eat. Like, there's players that will go and sign for Real Madrid or Barcelona, and you're like, how has he pulled that off? My point being, your agent has to get you out of this situation. You ain't got a happy client. You're not playing. You need to go somewhere else, in it really. So what are these agents playing at? I know they've got many a client on their rosters, but what the hell is going on? It's not harsh, bro. It's the correct way to manage the squad properly. This is the pathway. We have to get used to it now. Were you referring to it directly in relation to that? But in general, bro, we have to be cruel to be kind. Unfortunately, we don't have time for sentiment. Like, and I'm trying to look at my club or my squad. Like, I don't think none of you are bad players. I actually don't think that. I don't think, when people say, oh, my nan could score that and they should be League One players, I don't believe anything around that. It's just, unfortunately, we just have to look at it without positives, without negatives. Have you got the competencies? Are you consistent enough? Do we have the confidence in you? Can you take us to the next level? And the majority of these players, even players that are going to stay, Martinelli and Trossard, it's a squad player thing. Unless you show us something different. There's clearly been no real offers for Arsenal with Martinelli. And for all the speculation about him and Trossard, we've heard Trossard's had a contract on the table. That tells you where the club wants to go. Obviously, Martinelli's wages and his form, no. There's clearly interest from clubs in Europe to some degree, but it's not happening. And I know we saw a few weeks ago the whole Saudi stuff, but nothing's forwarded. Right now, if we're going to see an exit, it's going to be Kiwior's announced at Porto. I'd imagine in the next, I'm not ITK, but surely in the next 24 to 48 hours, just because, I'm led to believe, if you just look online, he's been training today and rumors say he'll be in Portugal. So he's probably done his last session, said his goodbyes, cleared out his locker, had a shower, packed his bag, and him and his family are going to Porto. Porto's a massive club. You can play Champions League football, competing in the top division. I'm sure they want to rescue back the Portuguese division from Sporting, who are weakened after selling, my striker, Gyökeres. But it is what it is. Honestly, who in their right mind thinks we've had a better single transfer window? Not just quality and depth, quantity and depth, but the quality. Plus, forgettably taking the piss out of Spuds twice. It's true. And you know what? Maybe not to this extreme in the sheer amount of players, but we should be saying this about us all the time. Like, is this how Liverpool fans felt with Wirtz and HIJACK Piero and probably going to get HIJACK, or how City and Chelsea fans probably feel every year? It don't really work out for Man United, not really of recent, but is this how Gaste felt with Pogba returning and Ronaldo? Because we did a madness. Arteta, you were saying goosebumps. You were telling man goosebumps. You were saying unprecedentedness. We started off getting the squad signings. Everyone was like, all right, cool. Not really fancying Kepa, but no energy for that second choice keeper. I was gassed about Zubimendi. Fair enough, finally got over the line. Mosquera, like what he could be. Actually, Mosquera and Hincapie, defensive depth. I like that. We've got 3 game changers. As and these men have come in. Fair enough. You almost had us. But you have to deliver now. There has to be some silverware. Ideally, the Prem, the champs, as a minimum, the FA Cup, and a proper race, like a proper title fight. And a part of me even feels as sad as it is, even if you get 99 points and finish second, and Liverpool, whoever gets 100 points, I know that's harsh and there's nuances, but I do think there should be a conversation still about getting over the line, because the bottom line is we ain't got over that line, people. But I hope so. And big up Andrea Berta. That's the most important signing we've done, and it's going to go over people's heads. But on top of what we've done in terms of recruitment, to be fair to Edu, the first time Saka signed there was a point where Saka, Martinelli, I'm sure Odegaard, Ben White, all of these guys were signing new deals very quick and fast. So I'll give that to Edu. But generally at Arsenal, we're not used to doing everything in terms of incomings and outgoings. We're used to things dragging out. And also, where you're looking at bringing in signings and players and things, how many years have we gone into a summer or a pivotal summer where players in the last year of their deal and, oh, is Gabriel going to leave? Is this going to happen? Is that going to happen? Like, I thought Wanyeri, there'd be drama there. I was quite confident in Miles Lewis-Skelly because you got no reason to cut, if I'm honest with you. And obviously, big up Magalhaes, but the journey don't stop. So if Berta can do this in a matter of months, we're not going to have every year signing 1 million players, but competencies, man. You guys talk too much, but then you know what to do. Clearly, your decision making shit, because that is one shit ass display picture to be doing. Go and learn a skill on YouTube or whatever. I'm just going to call you emo. You got a face only your mother could love, man. I ain't got the voice to even be trolling back, but come on, man. You can't be that clapped and chatting shit. You're as ugly. You know what? It's one, clearly, because you're online saying stuff. It's one thing being ugly on the outside, which, fucking hell, geezer. Fucking hell, fucking hell. You probably really had however many hours in labor with that. Crazy to come out like that. Damn. I know your dad bust out. But anyways, it's one thing to be ugly on the outside. Inside, boy, listen, the sun is shining. You've got access to the internet. Go and learn a skill. Go and do something. If we talk too much on this platform, you know what you need to do, man. My brother Deluded, you know, good to see you yesterday. Charlie, big up yourself. You never saw me. You never saw me. I weren't there. It was not me. Wait, see me where? What? Going to Sainsbury's or something? I hear it. Yeah, but bro, do you know, like, I bet he's fun at parties. Bet you're great to go on a 2-man glide with. What's going on there? But yeah, man. Allow me, man. How was Carnival? I don't know, because I wasn't there. Nah, let me stop the crap. It was all right. You know, there was a lot of vibes, you know. Cool, man. The sun was shining. It was calm, man. I get a lot of anxiety. There was just so much going on. I had a good time. Football aside, how are you, DG? What a window it's been, bro. I'm naming my first kid Berta. I'm good, man. Appreciate you for asking. I'm good, man. DG, I don't think 26 mil is a great price for Kiwior. Should have got Chelsea or Liverpool to sell him. I'm not going to lie. We should be getting more bread. We should be getting at least a 40 for him. Because ain't that the same price that we bought Kiwior for? And granted, he's not playing on a regular basis. And he's only really got a run in the team when there's been injuries. But come on, man. He stood up tall against Real Madrid. And that's the next step. We need to start selling players. And people are looking like, oh, how did Arsenal get that for that? Which you are seeing with a couple of clubs. But I guess at the end of the day, right now, needs must in it. I don't know whether to believe it, because it feels like in the last 2 weeks it's come out. But apparently we're close to UEFA's own PSR, FFP, squad to money ratio thing. I don't know, man. DG, go drink some honey and lime, mate. You know what the saddest thing is? I've had 2 cups, man. My voice will be back tomorrow, man. It'll be back tomorrow. Listen, I've done streams with you a couple of times and lost my voice. You should have saved your voice for Sunday, because you're going to need it, mate. You know what time it is with Eze. It's written in the stars, man. Like, we've done better at Anfield, still not won. I'm not even going to talk too much and too tough. Just see you at full time, Marcel. See you at full time. We're defo panic loading now, as it's the last week. A shame, but Sambi, Reese, and Nelson still on the books again before next summer. And we're going to have to deal with that. And who knows? There'll probably be a player we have to move on. It'd be interesting. I'm not saying to sell Marino, but could that be someone to be moved on? I don't think Norgard's going to be here that long going into next season. I do think Trossard, Gabriel Martinelli, maybe even Kai Havertz in the next year or two, if that 6 months to 2 years on all of those names, it might not be here. 27 million for Kiwior, not good enough for Kiwior. Look at the likes of Kwanzaa, bro. Liverpool hustling. I don't quite subscribe to it, yeah, but maybe there is some truth in, because I've seen Liverpool sell players when they like for decent money, anyways. But people always love to sit there and say, oh, it's because they won the Prem. It puts a bit of tax on it. And maybe that's right. And that's the next thing for Berta, really. We need to become better at selling. Even down to when we scout young players. Like, we're getting this Irish kid. He's 16 at the moment. When he signs for us, he's 18. He's currently playing first-team football for Shamrock. Covered that in the video we did earlier today. I think it doesn't matter if you come from Hayland or humble beginnings or Ireland. We want you all to bust into the first team and make it and things like that. But I assume we've bought my man for, what, 500,000, maybe a couple of million. If you turn that into 10, 20, 30 and he doesn't make it and we can reinvest, Bob's your uncle, innit? Really? Chelsea would sell Kiwior for 50 M's, but Arsenal, we always find an excuse. I must admit, I didn't. If there was one, I thought Lokonga, because Lokonga does bare video interviews. You need to go and play first-team football. Nelson, I did think it would drag, maybe not to this extent, but it felt like that one would drag because of his wages, etc., etc. Zinni, I didn't expect him to leave. I didn't expect to see another left back. Oh, hey, all of you lot that were saying we don't need another left back. Where are you lot? Come outside, because I'm getting my wish. I told, man. Norgard's injured at the moment. What 2 balls have been kicked in 2 separate games for us, and what? Norgard's out, Saka's out for about 4 weeks. Odegaard's been named in the Norway squad, but he's still injured, so that might shed light on stuff, but I don't know. Who else? Ben White has been struggling. Timber has actually come out. He's been struggling. Havertz, he's gone as well. So life is coming at us very quick. Tell him again, Marcel, don't go hiding if we win, man. Okay, I want to ask you something. Kiwior, right, is going to do his medical by 7 p.m. Is that true? And what's happening for Hincapie? We'll get into everything in a minute, or based on what the papers are saying. Just make sure you're smashing those like buttons, folks. No voice, and I'm still here for you. There's 200 of you locked in. Big up the 61 who have hit that like button. Come on, mods. Come on. Raise the gears. I hope you enjoyed Carnival, because Sunday Anfield drillings awaits you, mug. Like, man. Thank you for 70k. Thank us, because without you lot, wouldn't have got there. So yeah, man, the road to 100 now starts. Best in terms of incoming, sorry. We need to get better on outgoings front, though. We do. And that's, nobody's gone in it. Like, really, nobody's gone. I know y'all know how to hit the like button now, because I showed you how in my demonstrational tutorial the other night. Big up Karma, man. Big up Dark as well, my Bayesian killies. Big up DG. No point going for Rodrigo. This guy's a time waster and doesn't get in over Martinelli for Brazil. Says a lot. To be fair, shameless, because he does normally get called up into the Brazil team. For whatever reason, he hasn't under his former coach, Carlo Ancelotti. Somehow Martinelli's got there. So I know when Arsenal played them at the Bernabeu, Martinelli scored a very crucial goal that cleared out their fans. So maybe that's the case. But just put the Rodrigo thing in the bin, man. Like, when you read stuff, it's not just Arsenal. Anyone that's tried to flirt around bringing him, whether that's Arsenal, Liverpool, whatever, like they always say that he hasn't given the feelers that he wants to leave Real Madrid. And he got his start the other day. Would love Rodrigo. Would love like I'm really acting spoiled, because I did want a left back. We're getting it. I know we're not going to get a number 8 in central midfield, but if you could get me a left winger, it'd be like, fair play. Get me a serious left wing. Listen, big up Eze, but you get a serious winger. You got Eze. You got Saka to come back. You got Madueke as a rotationary option, and plenty of others. I know even Gabriel Jesus. I'm sure we'll get into it, but I'm sure you lot saw him upload his video where he's back running and whatnot while we sign another left back. We need another left back, bro. Don't forget, he can play centre half. You've got a left. If you're letting Kiwior go, you have to. So there has been times, and I'm not really for this resting. People have to be rested for the sake of it, but there has been elements for Saka, for Martinelli, for Kai Havertz, the people that had hamstring injuries and the people that have got injured now. Is any coincidence? These that have been out for a long period of time, they're picking up knocks. This is why Gabriel Magalhaes, White, and Timber are the ones I'm looking at thinking what's going on. You could extend that to Rice. Defense. Gabriel can't, like, if we're in a scenario where we're 7 goals up again against PSV, or we've qualified. I don't even know when you did the quickest you can qualify through the Champions League, but there's like 8 games, right? For argument's sake, let's just say game week 5, like we've won all the 5, we're through. There might not be any need to have these guys out there, or even if they're starting. If there's 10 games and you're taking man off for 20 minutes, or 5 minutes, or 20, or 15, before you know it, that probably adds up to 90. And I want this strength in depth, man. Don't ask me no questions. You was being rude. Don't ask me nothing. Don't ask me nothing. Everyone else can. You don't ask me nothing. Someone add the money on left backs. It's not a window if we don't sign goalies and left backs. I'm all for it. I want Miles Lewis-Skelly to play in midfield. Also, I want him to be utilized at left back. I'm here for Calafiori, who can play left-sided centre back as well as left back. The only thing with Calafiori is we don't know if you're going to stay fit. Timber's a very good option at left back. If worse comes to worse, that's one. But you've got him, and you've got my man, and you've got at least 2 other left-sided centre halves. That's before you talk about, you don't really want to see it, but the Whites, the Timbers, all of them moving over there, man. That's what we need to do. I'm sure I saw you catch, why I'm concentrating, actually. What then? Are you capping? Hey, man, allow me, man. Allow me. I'm shy. How about we get another striker? I would love that, man. But you know what I would say to Arsenal, Mikel Arteta, better Arsenal, don't introduce me to this life, because I can't go back. I want this every summer now. I want to do serious things every summer. Nothing's being dragged out. Like, you lot need to feel shame and pride at yourselves if you just go back to last summer. All of you. I don't listen. Arteta, Edu at the time, Tim Lewis, because he's even been getting a bit of PR. Whoever was involved last summer, do you not feel better about yourselves now? Because you've finally delivered, even to the point where, hey, Cronkies have invested in Mikel Arteta. They might not be the greatest owners. I'm definitely not defending them, but you have to allow them. They've spent the peas. They brought in a competent man that spent the peas. We're crying about outgoings. Obviously, we need to get people gone and stuff, but in the grand scheme of things, would you rather cry about outgoings or incomings? Because really and truly, it don't really affect Arsenal. It don't really affect us as fans. When you sit there and break it down, do I want Lokonga, Nelson, Fabio Vieira, all these guys cutting, whoever don't want to be here, cut. But it don't affect us, because what's the worst that can happen? You're not in the match day squad. Like, I'm sure even if we all clanged our money together, we ain't got no 100+ grand to be paying Reece Nelson every week or Zinni. So it don't really affect us. So the club, and if I'm KSC, I'll be sitting there like, well, or Arteta, spent peas again, get some money in, because that's what we need to do. And arguably, like people mentioned, City, Chelsea, Liverpool now. I think even United sold 1-2 young players or 1-2 players. Arguably, we need to do that more than everyone out of the traditional top 6 and top 5 and Spurs. Because we talk about being self-financing. We know we're not going to be fair, the last couple of years, we've probably spent anything from the latter 100s to around 200. It's probably going to go to about 300. But if we can start getting some decent money for our Highlanders, for our scrap players, maybe bringing in players from the 4 corners of the world, if they make it into our first team, great. If not, there's a profit. Who knows? Pardon me, you might be able to do some expensive things like Rodrigo. Yeah, for real, I think I'm over the Rodrigo hype. Let's get Malik Fofana and develop him. Not only if you don't want to leave Real Madrid, listen, Real Madrid's a big club, but if you don't want to leave, you don't want to leave. I don't know. I think if Isaac doesn't go Liverpool, then Liverpool get him. But even if you're Liverpool, you're like, could you be frustrated with Rodrigo? Anyone? Because someone of his ability, whether it's Arsenal, well, Spurs have been linked, but Arsenal, Chelsea, City, Liverpool. Every now and again, he was linked with Bayern Munich and the big boys in Spain. Well, he was even linked with Barca. That's not going to happen, innit? He was linked with Atletico, but that's not going to happen. If he's genuinely available and you feel that it's a feasible deal, bro, like, you're going to want that done ASAP. You're going to be fine with each other ASAP. But for some reason or another, there's probably been lukewarm talks with his agent, with his advisors, with middlemen on behalf of Real Madrid, and maybe even over personal terms. But actual bids, like we have bidded or Liverpool have bidded for Rodrigo, can't see that. Honestly, hot take, sort of getting another winger, Jesus healthy and on form, is one of the best technical players in the world. Listen, I hear you, especially with Jesus left wing, that could bang. But unfortunately, Gabriel Jesus, and it's harsh, it's 2 long-term injuries. You've had 2 big injuries. And when people are injured for a while, you always see them pick up little niggling ones. So when is he going to be back fully fit? When is he even going to have an opportunity to be fully fit? Because I don't know if you're going to be in the match day squad, let alone start all of them. So for me, give give Gabriel Jesus all the time in the world to go do all of that, but bring in a left winger, man. Bring in one. Glock Lesnar height, wallahi, it's Leeds. It could be Leeds, but then you lost to the same Arsenal team that demolished Leeds and you didn't beat Fulham. Shout out to Iwobi and Smith Rowe. Empty barrels make the most noise. BR, go be angry at your team. It's not Fulham's fault. It's not Arsenal's fault. Your manager said we can win every game in the Prem. We can beat everybody. You lot are not gassing about the performance against Arsenal, which you lost. Woeful performance. It can be woeful. 6 points. You was amazing against Arsenal. No points. You bottled the lead against Fulham. No points. Smith Rowe, and it will be the Highlanders linked up. Your captain. Oh my God, Odegaard's captain mentality. Odegaard shouldn't be captain. Say what you want about my fucking captain. When he missed a penalty against you, did he go on Sky Sports and like, oh, but the ref put me off? Shut up, man. Shut up, man. Divided, man. Shut up, man. Big up yourself, BR, but fuck your team. Fuck everything. You can call him Glock Lesnar. You lot wanted Gyökeres. You wanted him. You didn't want Sesko, Mr. 13 league goals. As I said, I'm not even going to get at Sesko anymore. I don't think Gyökeres is better than Haaland or Isaac, but that's our conversations. Golden boot. We're in them kind of conversations. I ain't got problems with someone that's got 13 league goals in the Bundesliga, less than Werner. Got good tats though. Jumps very high, runs very fast. You lot got deeper problems. But this is the thing with the London-based Man United fans. They love Arsenal. You actually do. Because you lot analyze our performance. Oh, this was woeful. You must win the league. Arteta spent this and that. You lot do the analytical thing more than us. Watching our preseason, talking about, oh, the performance wasn't there against Man United, even though Mikel Arteta said that, the players said that, us fans have been saying that. You haven't told us anything new. Just focus, man. Focus. You've got 1 game a week. Make it count, my guy. We don't know about you lot. Champions League dealings and stuff. Xavi Simons is available. Chelsea going for Firmino Lopez. Are they not linked with Xavi Simons anymore? It's going to sound dumb, but Xavi Simons is a good player. But, like, how do you help us? Like, how does he help us? And it sounds dumb. Obviously, he's going to help us. He's a good player, but you're just a very technically sound player, very versatile, that can put pressure on spaces, maybe make a shirt his own. I don't really see it, man. Like, you're not the same as Eze, but you're one of them versatile kind of creative man. And I'm never going to say no to it, but I just don't see how it helps us. Like, for me, if another attacker rolls in, excluding Eze now, I want someone with numbers, man. Respectfully to Madueke, people want to talk about the underlying numbers, the take-ons and stuff. I want to look at my attacking options. Like, Eze's going to get double figures if he's out there. Madueke, you might be able to do a thing. Saka, I know what you're on. Trossard and Martinelli, we pray for you lot, innit? Jesus, we pray for you, innit? Gyökeres, Glökeres, you know what time it is. Swear down, Man United. Calafiori's got more goals than Sesko. Going back to BR's comment. In fact, Timber as well. Oof, tough. And you know what? Sesko's not alone. Cunha, Mbuemo, shit. Kobe Mainoo wants to leave. Boy, you lot still calling Amad Diallo. He's about 27, a wonder kid. You know what? We shouldn't look down on the less fortunate. Man like Bassi is doing videos with Nelson in his car, maybe going Fulham. Go Fulham if that's what you want to do, my boy. Please. How come Tottenham just beat City like small children, while title challenges Arsenal haven't won at the Etihad since 2015? We need to change that. Spurs are City's bogey team. I don't know what kryptonite they've got, but it seems to work. Professional performance from Spurs. Same old issues with City. Arteta needs to manage Timber and Big Gabby minutes. Facts. We have to do better at loaning players. Why do our loans not materialize to good players? Sell. Chelsea will loan and then command a good fee, as you saw from Murray Hutchinson. Saka is done. Look what Michael always said about his hamstring situation. Saka, well, God's favorite, man. He'll be all right, man. But boy, we need to wrap that lad in cotton wool, man, or it's going to be scary. Maybe not even, maybe towards the latter end of his career. He's played a lot of games, 2 hamstring knocks as well. We just have to pray, man. Our club is so bad at selling when compared to the likes of Chelsea in particular. We should be getting at least 35 M's for Kiwior. I hear it. If you could sign another player other than Hincapie, assuming it's done, who and what positions? In relation to who, there ain't really, there's players I like, but there's no one really screaming. But a left winger. If it's up to me, a left winger, and admittedly, I don't know where the space in the team is for this, but a centre mid, an 8, like a proper 8, like an 8. Like, I know Rangers was rubbish against City, but if you could have that sort of midfielder, you got Rice, you got Zubimendi, Rice, Zubimendi. I'm missing someone else out. I'm kind of cushy there. But I know midfield is going to get parked off. Would you be disappointed if we only win the FA plus Carabao this season? I mean, beggars can't be choosers. We're not littered with glory. And it'll be lovely. Listen, at the end of the day, we've won something. It's happy for me and all the fans around the world and the fans that go to Wembley. But it's still another year where we're missing the big one, innit? Simple as that. Are you doing any other streams today? 4 p.m. I'll be doing a panel show. DG, please stop talking. Just sit in silence, right? You're funny, man. Let me translate means he didn't bag nothing at Carnival, folks. Shit, I didn't. Anonymous chingings, anonymous beatings. I didn't. I'm a good you. Scared, lad. I leave that all to you, Marcel. Well, Carnival was fun, eventful though, man. I wouldn't say drama, but drama. Seeing people of the past and all those things. Can't wait to see Eze 10 at Anfield. Leao could play left wing and Omri like up front. I don't know about the Omri thing. Nah, fine. Nah, not again. No. But then again, Brad, it's like a kid in a sweet shop, fam. Like a kid in the fucking sweet shop. Sunday with Bell. It's like a kid in the fucking no, you don't even know what to look, where to look. Things are, it's just mad. Like, it's crazy. Oh, mate. We're live. Anyways, big up DG, big up yourself, big up the chat. You think our spending this season is due to next year being a World Cup year, so business will be harder to do? I just think we needed to do it. I just think we needed depth. We needed quality. We've owed it to ourselves. We just needed it really and truly. And naturally, I guess that's played a part, but that ain't anything new, not just for Arsenal, but everyone. You know, the World Cup can add a premium. You know, if you have a decent campaign, it puts a couple of pounds on your price tag. If you're at the World Cup, again, you might not move to a new club until your country's participation at that tournament is over. So it is what it is. People want Saka to be done. I wasn't aware Saka and Michael Owen are the same person and didn't realize they had the same medical and sporting facilities. I hear it though. I hear you. But if there is anyone to talk about dealing with fans turning on you or young players and injuries, I'm not gonna lie, Michael Owen. I don't really like a lot of his comments, but I hear it, man. Relax on Saka, guys. It's just a recovery process. Less drama. This ain't the 90s. 2 seconds away from winning at the Etihad while they celebrate the draw. I ain't worried. Bro, they're going to talk, man. Let people talk. Do you think Sesko's next step towards evolution in Man United will be that he becomes the next Højlund? Nah, I don't. I actually think Sesko will bang, but unfortunately, He's a young striker. Like you know how football is. Football, I think football rhetoric is crazy now. Sesko could flop, Gyökeres could flop, Wirtz could flop, Cherky could flop. But I do find it funny, 2 or so games into the season, these men are on, they're finished, they're this and that. You know how social media is a bit mad. I've said it with Sesko. I think United need an experienced striker if you're going to have Sesko. I said that last summer with United, more so for Højlund and Xerxes at the time, in that you need a Ollie Watkins or Ivan Toney, someone that is kind of the finished article. So when these lots' form is fluctuating or they're struggling, you can take them out the firing line. I do believe in Sesko, but at the end of the day, the conditions at United are not the best. Like Amarin, the fans have question marks over his coaching. There's still teething issues with the system, so they're probably going to have to rely on Mbeumo up front a lot. So it's that, because there's going to be times Sesko is going to look amazing. Other times he's going to look more mature beyond his years. Other times he's not going to look. He's going to look like a fish out of water, a bit like Lenny Euro, quality player. There's going to be times that 18, 19-year-old centre back looks like a veteran, like Rio reincarnated. Other times he's going to look dumb, and that's just not them. That's everyone. With United playing 1 game a week, this is where if I was a United fan, I'd be a lot more harsh on Amarin, because now you never really have time, but quote unquote, you've got time to put building blocks in place. Football's about chemistry and relationships and all of these things. Like signing people is half the job. Even relating it to my football club, like I know we scored 5 goals against Leeds. We scored, we won. No one don't care. We're still we're just trying to get the results and whatnot. And I can't say we didn't create, because we did. We scored 5 goals. We had a bunch of shots. I don't care who has an issue with Arsenal scoring from set pieces. Arsenal keep that going. But there's still gears to go up in an attacking sense. Signing players is half the job. You can buy you can look at a recipe online. You can buy the ingredients, but if you don't know what you're doing, you're not going to make the curry go, are you? So yeah, Arteta, you need to do that, man. You need to do that. Simple as that. I won't lie, DG. I'm still pissed with Arteta for getting rid of Tierney when we are quite light on that side. I hear you. And if we ever win the Prem or the Champs, Tomiyasu, Tierney, Ramsdale, Aubameyang, Tomiyasu, they're fallen soldiers that played their part. Even Zinny, you've done your part, Zinny, it just levels now. I hear you. We got to let it go. I would have loved Tierney to stay. You just got to let it go now, innit? Like, you got to let it go. Tierney tried as hard as he could. Obviously, you can't do the inverted role. You want a bit more first-team football. I honestly think Tierney's as professional as he comes. He just, a bit like Kiwior's, like, they just walked in office and said, Gaffer, I like it here. Am I going to get the football I think I require? Arteta's probably had an honest conversation. All right, say no more. I'm gone, innit? You have to let it go, though, man. Mattress got to be burnt. You, man, shut up the bed. So spectacularly, Man United sheets and duvets and blankets and all. Bro, this guy's funny. Big Gabby will outscore Sesko this season. Sesko is almost going 007. Listen, let's stop weighing the unfortunate, innit, people? We need to be better. We need to be better. Sesko. Really? Really? Until he does more in the game than Eddie Hincapie, I'll shut up. Sunderland, Leeds, and Burnley have outscored Man United's teams. I have no idea how United fans come with so much chest, because there's nothing to talk about with their own club. Arsenal downfall soon. I can't wait. How? How can there be a downfall if you've said we're just bottlers and all we do is get top 4, all we do is finish second, all of these things? So if that's going to happen again, how, like, ain't the downfall happen? You need to accept your own club's collapsed. Like, you lot are collapsed. Like, it burns you. Like, you lot still think, well, oh my God, we can do it. No, it's over. Alex Ferguson don't even roll to the games anymore. It's crazy. It's different over here now. You're seeing Josh Kroenke at the games and that. Please, I don't want to talk too much. Just make sure, please, because Arsenal fans, we've had to accept a lot of shit. Just please make sure we don't win the Prem or the Champs, even the FA Cup and all these things. Because listen, we'll talk about that then, innit? We'll talk about that then. Let's just stay humble. DG, if Liverpool start Konate, Gyökeres is eating, pause. You know what? It's the one thing that gives me confidence, but we have to move quickly on the transition. Liverpool look a bit frail defensively, but it's still Liverpool, bro. It's going to be a difficult game. Liverpool's a team, unfortunately, you have to kill. Like, even when they're battered and bruised and it looks like they're taking their last breath, as you saw with Newcastle, and big up Real for scoring, you have to kill them. If we go 2 goals up like a few years ago, you have to approach that with elite street smartness. You have to. Winning at St. James's Park is horrible, bro. Horrible, bro. Like, nobody wants to go St. James's Park. Kirkes looks a bit defensively. Konate hardly covered himself in any glory. Kirkes looks like he knows exactly what I'm doing going forward. Defensively, horrible. To be fair, I would want to win at Anfield, but a draw against Liverpool, and what would that be? 7 points out of a potential 9 from the first 3? It's not perfect, but I love that. I love that. Hopefully, you'll get 3 points at the weekend. Who's Man United got? PR, man. I know it hurts. You lot got. Hopefully, you lot got someone promoted. Oh, that's probably more of a difficult game. Raw. Big Man United playing EFL Cup second round tomorrow. You lot doing your thing, man. So done. It started already for you lot. You lot doing your. You lot got Burnley on Saturday. They'll win. They'll win. That's the perfect game for United. They'll win that. If they won't, we'll be there. Gyökeres in left half space in behind Kanai will be there. We have a lot more respect for United fans if they took it as much as they gave it. Bro, they can't. Man, United fans, that's the thing. They can give it out. They can't take it. It burns them. DJ, have you seen a better fit for the number 10 shirt with Eze since Ronaldinho and Messi at Barca? Tranquillo. But it does suit Eze again. It does. Vert's first goal is against us. I bet my wife on it. Damn. What'd your wife do? Damn. I'm low-key worried about Spurs. Thomas Frank is such a good manager. To be fair, they've done him dirty. They've done Thomas Frank dirty with the transfer business, but he's a good manager. They're better in all phases of play. Thomas Frank's a gentleman. The most disrespectful thing I could say about Thomas Frank is, unfortunately, you managed them lot down the road. Who would you want at left wing other than Rodrigo? You got to ask me when the window's shut. The way I feel now, even if the signings don't work, and I know it's not the right thing to say, just buy Liao, man. Just spend peace. Spend peace. I still haven't forgiven the club for last summer, or that summer we only brought in Petr Cech, but you're doing what you need to do in it. You're doing what you need to do. Madueke to score at Anfield and win the game. I'd love that. If we score 2 goals at Anfield, Liverpool will look to score 3. Can we go gunshot for gunshot with Liverpool? You don't want to get drawn out, man. We're still the biggest team in the country, so it's cool. It means our downfall is not winning the Prem or the Champs. Oh. Better war stories, fam. Anyways, Mikel will go this season. Potter, Ruben, Chelsea coach. There'll be a lot of sackings. Oh, okay. To be fair, Warren, you're a United fan, but you're one of the good ones. It's guys like BR that's fucking it up for you. Guys on Twitter were telling me we should hold on to Zinni because he brought winning mentality to our club. Some of our fans need to get a clip. Nah, we don't need his winning mentality anymore. Like, you can't help us on the pitch. You can help us in games, deep blocks, low blocks. You play in midfield, not too much defending. But if you're ever, God forbid, if Calafiori's out, Miles Lewis-Skelly's out, Timber has to play right back, so the left back thing isn't there, and we need to use you. We're in issues. I've got all the love for you, Zinni. That first season, amazing. And one thing I'll give you, I criticize you about being shaky defensively. Wasn't that the first year we actually looked solid defensively, and the inverted stuff was a breath of fresh air. But unfortunately, as time went on, we found other players that could invert. We found people that might not be as technically sound as you and literally a centre mid at fullback, but they can impact and offer stuff, and we have more reliability. Leave with your head held high. You done your thing. Safe. You can smell the Gyökeres go at Anfield, bro. I'd love that because I don't want to hear, he doesn't score in the big games, regardless of how it pans out. I don't think we'll sign a left wing. We'll play Eze left wing and 10. Looking at Chelsea, Liv, and City defenses, if we don't do it this season, we're never doing it. Boy. If we want to win the league, just show me, innit? Like, I can't put my heart on the line anymore. Let's just see what can happen, man. That Trent nutmeg was this death of Zinni. You know, I'm not even vexed at him for getting nutmegged because I know Zinchenko's shaky defensively. And I know it's banter on social media, but players are going to get nutmegged. Players are going to get done up. You know, you look at Jerome Boateng. Are you any less of a defender and a great defender in your time because you got done by Thingy? Because Messi sat you on your arse, or the amount of world-class and top defenders that got sat on their arse by Omri, or the defenders that pocketed them. I'll never get at that. But man, I'm crying in that, bro. Like, it's the crying and the tears thing. Like, and I'm not saying don't cry, men. Show emotion. I can't do that, but show emotion. Some of you lot's wives are looking at you right now as I said that. I'm like, you see, your YouTuber said do that. See, I'm always assisting. I'm like, says Fabregas. But the crying thing, bro. Like, bro, that's where I'm vexed. Like, fam. Like, it's not the end. It is the end of the world, but it's not the end of the world. Why are you crying, bro? God forbid, I hope there was nothing in your personal life and that was a tipping at the end. But if you're genuinely crying because you made a mistake, I'm not on that. I'm not on that. Because even at the time, people can draw out Zinni and yeah, you let us down in that game. But at the end of the day, there was times you stood tall. Like, man. And you know what? I'll give Zinchenko. There was one game, I think it was Chelsea at Stamford Bridge. To be honest, in times that have passed, we've actually, last 2 years, we fucked up at Stamford Bridge. Stupid draws, in my opinion, or things of that ilk. But we were perfect. That first year, Zinni signed for us. I'm sure Aubameyang was over there. I could be wrong and conflating stuff, but we were perfect at Stamford Bridge. And I think he was as well. But unfortunately, it's just not levels. We still need a bit of luck to win the league, even if we get the left wing everyone's screaming out for. Cons, you're right, but how do you get that luck? How do you make your own luck? That's by bringing in the depth, bringing in the quality, game management, all of the issues that we can control on and off the field as a club, fully doing that. And then the footballing gods might say, you know what? Because you're helping yourself, we're going to help you. Need to. And it's still difficult. And I know we always sit here and say this, but it does feel like this could be the most open Prem, full stop. The league is one thing, even though I expect Liverpool are still my favourites. City, I still got them down a second. I must admit, though, the Spurs game, I was like, oh, have I jumped the gun a bit too early? I hope it's our time naturally. The race for top 4, top 5, does 5th place, get Champions League? That's going to be mad. The top 10, that's mad. Relegation race, we might actually have a proper fight for relegation for once now. I think he's crying because there's more going on in his life. I mean, if it's all of that worrying, then cool. But to me as a fan that's not privy to all of that, but you've been nutmeg subbed. Like, bro. Like, allow it to him. Please. And unfortunately, Zinni, it's just not going to bang. You could be a squad player, but it's just not going to bang here with that. We all know we're going to call him Calafiori. He's not lasting 10 games. Come on. Don't slander Zinni. He's the best left back at the club. Not even reading that. Do you think Dalman could be Arteta's secret weapon for penalties? And is this actually a deliberate tactic encouraged by Arteta? I don't know if it's encouraged by Mikel Arteta, but what I would say is, you know, there's a certain Frenchman that used to play left wing for us. There's a certain Egyptian that plays right wing over there. There's a couple at Chelsea. Hey, and you lot probably hear me in my watch-alongs. I'm not saying this right. I'm not saying this wrong. But if there's an opportunity to leave your leg trailing and the rest got a decision to make, you never know. But big up Max Dalman. Would love to see him play. And even him, we're throwing him into the new recruitment vibe. We know he came through the academy. But yeah, and it's a bit weird that one of our best players is someone that's been here already, like last year, like Wanyeri and Miles Lewis-Kelly. They obviously announced themselves. Even that, like, Lewis-Kelly at left back and centre mid, there's competition. Wanyeri, there's competition. And while there's competition, Arteta also has to give them the opportunity to play games and start games and, I guess, make mistakes. But then every game is a cup final. We need 3 points. It's a Mazzolini of a season. And that's where I feel, yeah, no manager can win, bro. Like, no manager can win. Everybody wants all the young players to play, want rotation, want consistency in the lineup, want to get 3 points. Fans just, including myself, everyone just wants anything. Zinni's been losing for far too long now. He has forgotten that winning mentality. I want Mitoma for left wing. Honestly, his dribbling clinic would improve so many of our players. Boy, you got to let the Mitoma thing go, man. Now, United are beating Burnley, man. United are bopping Burnley. I'll be real. Big up Burnley. I think that's a 3-4-0, 4-1 max. I think Sesko gets his first. Probably Sesko and Buemo, Cunha, someone random like Harry Maguire, Lenny Euro from a set piece. I think they're running right still. I can't lie, after that 0-2 to 10 period, witnessing this United downfall in my lifetime is sweeter, bro. The fans are one thing. I'm an Arsenal fan. Fair enough, United won the war, but we won a couple battles and they used to cheat. Look how the invincible record ended and they bullied the league. And then that was when we was competitive in the first half of my life. When we went to the Emirates, it was dark, bro. Like, it was dark. I think the 8-2 was one thing, but we were there with some dibby players. Like, the thing that got me was the Champions League, man. When we lost to them in the champs, bro, like, the counter-attack, nasty from Park, Rooney and Ronaldo. That free kick from Ronaldo, nasty. Like, I don't even know why I'm vexed at you, Almunia, because maybe it was destiny, but come on, bro. Like, it was dead. And even that was the second leg. The first leg, it was a little 1-1 thing. I'm sure Gibbs scored the first goal and John O'Shea nicked it for them. They deserved that, man. They were in 1-2 childhoods. They deserved that. They deserved that. Eze should be in our squad against Liverpool. He has to. He has to. Do you think / you want Eze to start Anfield if Odegaard's out? Yes, 100%. Want him to start anyways. I reckon Odegaard's there, if I'm honest. I don't know anything, but I reckon Odegaard's going to be in the squad. I reckon Odegaard, Eze, Madueke, obviously up front, Gyökeres. If Odegaard is there, and it's Odegaard, Rice, and obviously Zuba Bendy, then for me, just slap Eze left wing. And it's obviously Liverpool and Slot are not stupid. They know about what we do as a club. They know about Eze as a player anyways. They might be briefed for that. But at the end of the day, nobody knows what Eze is like in an Arsenal shirt. And we are at that point where people, a bit like Liverpool, people know how we're playing, what we're going to do. So if Eze's starting away from him just being a great player and obviously they're going to try and stop him, there might be something random that can't be accounted for Liverpool. And again, in a game of margins, that might help us a bit, man. Appreciate you for the super chat, Carl. Big up DG. Hit the like, guys. Carl, one love, my guy. One love, my guy. Chat, please. Please, 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 please be respectful. Define luck. We only believe in God, unlike them red devil pagans. God helps those who help themselves, man. I can smell the excuses away from home tax. I'm not being funny. In the last 3 years, whether Arsenal have won or lost, whenever we cried about away from home, we're actually quite decent. Whether we win, lose, or draw, or win when we're stinky, like against you, man. Or for me, if I'm really pissed off about a couple of games beyond the obvious, I'd say the last 2 at Stamford Bridge, because I think we should have won and we was moving a bit mad. We beat you lot, but last year was moving a bit mad. Nobody, there's not an Arsenal fan that cries about that. I'm not being funny. We went to the Bernabeu and equipped ourselves. Yes, we went out against PSG, but we didn't get embarrassed. It's not a that thing. If anything, it's like we're a bit weird in that there's times in the last, I don't know how many years, we're very good at home. Away from home, we've looked shaky. We've got into that scenario now where away from home, we're kind of good to the point where some of us might feel a bit more confident in us when we're away from home. It's not that we're bad at the Emirates, but the Emirates is when we start shooting ourselves in the foot or we start moving a bit mad or doing unnecessary things. So we need to find that we need to make the Emirates a fortress and we need to just continue and better our away form, man. I don't think we're going to remain unbeaten against the top 6. I said that last year. I said that the year before. I'd love to, but yeah, man. Hey, I'm waiting on a delivery. Prime smoke coming through. It's going to be a good week. Hey, chat, man. Come on, be respectful. You two, stop fighting. Everyone stop fighting each other, man. Eze will start left wing or 10 next week. Deluded people, I'm back. No, people deluded, I'm back again. It's helping you out, Ryan. Prediction for Anfield, bro. Shit my pants already, blood. My heart says 2-1. My brain says we drop points. But I take a point, man. Do you know what? It could be like we ain't really seen it recently, but it could be what there was a period like around, I don't know how to describe it, but like when Diaby was here, Santi was here, around the same period we had the gold kit. Anfield would end up being a draw, but it was always a crazy kind of game. A bit like what you just saw Liverpool play with Newcastle. I think it's going to be one of those. It's going to be a nail-biting one. I think it's going to be one of those, man. I'll be absolutely honest. Burnley can get a draw, in my opinion. Just put pressure on the goalkeeper in corners and free kicks. This Lamins guy is going to be shit as well. I can't lie. I hope he is for United, but he's decent. I'm not going to lie. That's the keeper they need. I don't know what they do with Onana. He needs to go. What's the Turkish keeper they got that fucked up against us? He could probably stay because he costs a lot less and he's probably cool to be second choice. As for Onana, if I was a United fan, thanks for your part in getting Mbuemo to the club. Safe, my guy. 3-1 Arsenal. We need United to keep hammering. Hasn't it got the most goals of any Prem fixture? Then it don't surprise me. It don't surprise me that I feel this way. Probably is. It's going to be one of those crazy games. Don't get twisted. I want to see us move the ball on the transitions very fast. Liverpool can harm us, but I think we can harm them as well. Like, let's be real. Like, we can and we need to. Do you think we are free from patterns of failure without a left wing signing? Even with it, it's dark. Agree that's the difference making this season. Need to win consistently at home because our away form has been good the past 2 seasons. We dropped dumb points at home. I'm not sure if it's overconfidence. There has been some refereeing decisions, but I think it's everything. Like, obviously, we dropped a 2-point lead, 2-goal lead a couple years ago at Anfield. But I think last season, you see, when we was 2 goals up against Aston Villa and we dropped points, that don't happen in Birmingham. I don't know. Maybe it's complacency. I don't know, but it needs to stop because we don't lose that many games this season. We don't drop that many points, but we drop more than those that are topping it. So at some point, we've got to do that. So we are going to drop points, but at the same time, every game is a flipping cup final. Every point matter. That's why I'm really not on this everybody gets a game thing. I'm not here for the kumbaya. Best players go out there. Obviously, you got to rotate. Best players out there, give us the best chance of winning. Do your thing. The minute someone's form drops off, bench. Big up my guy forwards. Big up broski. I'm still here trying to recover from Carnival, bro. Because you don't know when to go home, bro. I said this to you. I knew you weren't gonna go home, bro. I was out of there from time. Like it's when the fun stops. My feet were killing me, man. I've got cuts on my leg, bro. I don't know what I've been doing. My hand is still swollen from Sunday. I preferred Sunday, man. Sunday's better. As a stinky debut, I'll be there. Can't be as smelly as your guys. Go away, mate. Those 5-1 scared me. We need to win. Scousers couldn't handle 10 Magpies. Listen, stay humble, bro. The Emirates has a dodgy atmosphere, and that's the big issue. When it's rocking, it's nice, but let us concede the goal. It just gets dark proper quick. It's true. At the same time, yeah, Highbury was obviously significantly better. But I think as Arsenal fans, and it was home, and the atmosphere was better. But we need to stop acting like Arsenal at our home grounds ever been like the craziest of atmospheres. Away from home, we've always been 30. Like big up all the away fans. I would like our. We're never going to be like Anfield, and we're never going to be like St James's Park. But that has to, or any difficult British ground to go to. But that is where we need to go to. But it is a bit like a theatre, or it is a bit. We are a bit emotional as a team, and that's got to change, innit? Pardon me, we do rise it up for on occasion. Like I was at Fulham versus Arsenal at the Emirates. Saka was back. It was great. Real Madrid, you saw the atmosphere look electric. And probably, but the big games, innit? You see DG, she's ready to be on the stream. Who? Just denying us. Who? Where you getting at? Where you getting at? Tell DG, have me on this week. I always tell Shirley, the platform's there. She's the busy one. She's the busy one. She's always, doing stuff. Let them prey on Eze's downfall. Let them. That's all they do. That's all they do. Just we're gonna do what we need to do. Get Shirley on the stream again. Give us a pretty fit. Come on, calm down, take a touch. Give us a pretty face talking ball. We're tired of all these ugly dons you've been getting on the stream. Hooks, you got Mel, he's drawing you out. It's not me. It's not me getting drawn out. I'm not getting drawn out on this platform because we can lock it all up. And I said, boy, come on, we're here to talk about football. Why are you looking and analysing guys' face? You're moving like United fans that were zooming in on Gyökeres's breast and his belly and saying he's getting fat, he looks pregnant and all these crazy things. Bearing in mind, my fatter B striker. Yeah, you're drawing out hooks, man. Who are you getting at? You can't be me. Big up hooks, though. Justice for Shirley. Oh, go away, Karma, man. Hooks is an easy target. Make sure you're following hooks, man. Spurs in the mud, DG. I can't like 6 points though, man. Recruitment does look shaky though. Their recruitment does look a bit shaky. So we're gonna have to see how that develops. Should we go over 1-2 things as well as we're talking, people? Eze's here, people. Like, we know he's here. He's been here for a minute, but like it still ain't sunken, but it's sinking in. Just the Eze pitches. When you did well off the bench, to be fair. Okay, the sun's shining. There's Kiwior. You got a flight to catch, man. Make sure you miss rush hour, man. We got things to do. Apparently, people, Man United fans that are in the chat, you don't need to concern yourselves with this. But if you support Liverpool, City, Chelsea, and any other team that is in the Champions League, even them lot down the road, apparently the draw for the Champions League will be Thursday, this upcoming Thursday at 5 p.m. So we will do a stream for that. Man United, as I said, you don't need to worry about this. Maybe you need to go and watch the Europa League draw. Oh yeah, you're not in that. Maybe Conference League? Oh, you're not in that? Okay. Don't worry, man. League Cup. You got to League Cup tomorrow, man. Don't watch nothing. Yes, you've won this, but you're not in it this year. It's cool, man. It's cool. You don't know what you did. Shouldn't have bottled it. It's all right, man. Shouldn't have bottled it to Spud. You could have been in. You're not rolling. What's this? We're going to get into everything. But at the moment, Arsenal do not want to pay the asking price for Hincapie and want to pay quite a bit less than Tottenham's agreeable offer for the player, which is aggravated by Leverkusen. Arsenal nevertheless remain hopeful to conclude a deal. We've got a lot to go through, people. So park off the Hincapie stuff for just a moment. Rudy Voller, ain't you the former player, the tall guy? Sorry, people, but you lot can read that for a sec. I'll read it out in a sec, but nah. I'm thinking of someone else. Therefore, before my time. But anywho, staying on task, people. We all know Kai Havertz. It's not looking good on the injury front. Apparently, the German national team director said he certainly won't make it, in brackets, next international break. He has a knee injury. We don't know how exactly it will go in the coming weeks, whether surgery is upcoming or it will be treated conservatively. So again, every day we're waiting to see something new develop in relation to Kai Havertz. On our captain and Norway captain, I've spoken to Martin, this is their manager, and of course he has hope too, but it's an injury that hurts a lot right now. He's in Arsenal's hands. They have a game on Sunday. We can't do anything from here. Those were 2 pieces out of the Guardian, people. Arsenal must sell to pressure Leverkusen's Hincapie. Kai Havertz ruled out of Arsenal and Germany games and may need surgery. So we haven't learned anything new there. So I think we've gone over that. We know we've brought in Eze, which is great. We know Saka is out for 3 to 4 weeks, people. Obviously, he's not going to be part of Sunday's game against Liverpool and maybe so on. It has said here, Arsenal are interested in Hincapie from Leverkusen, but need to sell fringe players before pressing ahead with a deal for the Ecuador defender. He was capable of playing as a left-sided centre-back or left-back. He has a release clause of 60 million euros, which equates to 52, and is believed to be keen to join. Arsenal have already spent about 250 million this summer and are hoping to make sales before the window closes on Monday. Porto have offered a loan deal for Kiwior with an obligation to buy for 25 million euros, 21.5 million. I know we just want to just clear ranks, but now that I see the pounds, how are we getting bumped? But I know you're going to put a sell-on clause. Buyback clause for no reason. Mad sell-on clause for no reason. How? I don't know, people. But the Poland defender is believed to have his heart set on a move away from the Premier League, despite interest from English clubs. Porto have also shown interest in Zinni. I throw in Zinni, man. I have that. And Fabio Vieira and Reece Nelson could leave in the coming days. Nelson is childish now. You got to go, bro. I love you, but you got to cut, man. Saka is set to be out for up to 4 weeks through injury, people, which is upsetting, but we must go on. Where Rodrigo is concerned, apparently he's instructed his agents, Pini Zavavi and Kaya Jarutkin, super agents, to explore a new destination for him this summer. Explore don't mean we're trying to move. But clubs that have expressed their interest in him were left with the impression that the player was not fully convinced about leaving Madrid. See, he's moving like a teenage girl. He don't know what he wants to do, bro. We're not on this, man. We're not on this. Follow was a G. He had a blonde mustache. Hey, big up yourself, Aaron Veteran. United is the red Everton. It's all good. We won it ×3 when you make up for 2006. You can get back to us. Warren, that's great. War stories, man. Back in my day, it's like a millionaire that's a nitty now selling the big issue. You see, oh, here's what it is. It's going to have that curry statement. I was eating before this. Apologies. Fact, what, innit? It's too dark-sided. You go mad. Highbury atmosphere was not the best, but it was better. It was better because there was generations of fans in there that saw some of Arsenal's best days / nights. Many of us have endured 20 years of bans. Hey, man, no one's analyzing man's face. If you're ugly, ain't no analysis needed. We can see it. You lot are horrible, man. You lot are horrible, man. Absolutely horrible. Half my name is War, so it's all good. Warren. I see what you did there, you know. Broski, Rodrigo is not that good. Just show me the money, bro. He can be good. Trust me. He's Brazilian. Just show me the money. Just spend peas. Like I said, I'm not even in a logical frame of mind. And can you blame me? We have signed so much and done so much. Just sign players. Just sign dons. I don't think he's worth all this stress, though. He's quality. Slightly is, but this is why when we was having these conversations about Eze or Rodrigo, I just said, put Eze in the bag. He wants to sign for us. And fortunately, we got there. This Rodrigo, at the end of the day, if Rodrigo was giving positive signals, like I'm not saying Real Madrid want to sell him, but we were briefed that they are. If he was giving positive signals to all the clubs that could get him, whether that's United, PSG, Arsenal, Liverpool, Bayern Munich, do we really think with a week to go of the window, it could be the case, but do we really think with a week to go of the window, like you would still be at Madrid? You're not serious, man. No one feels convinced enough at this moment in time to be clearly bidding for you, or they don't feel you've given enough positive signals that you're ready to cut type of thing. Arsenal are working on a deal to sign Hincapie from Leverkusen if they manage to move players out before the transfer window shuts. As you could see, The Athletic said this yesterday. He's on the contract until 2029, apologies, but wants to leave and has informed the Bundesliga club of his wish. They would prefer to keep him unless his release clause is activated. Clearly, we want to pay lower than that. His preference is to join Arsenal, and the Premier League side are ready to push for him should departures materialize. Once again, Kiwior is still subject to interest by Porto. Zinchenko, Fabio Vieira, and Nelson are among other squad members who could leave this football club. Ryan, one love for the super chat, my boy. Nelly right wing, Nonny left wing for Liverpool game. Thoughts? Unpopular opinion. The only thing that will make me change, you know what? I think Eze might be on the bench now, you know. If it was up to me, well, we'd love Saka, but if it's up to me, Madueke on the right, Eze in the 10. Obviously, everyone else picks itself. And then Eze in the, Madueke on the right, Eze in the 10. I can't lie, for the Liverpool game, I do think you have to play Martinelli. And I know I say this all the time. We know where we're at with Martinelli. He's a winger. We need goals. He does help out defensively. And I know it's scary times when you're talking about the defensive qualities of a winger. But against Liverpool, we're going to need to do that, bro. There's a heavy insistence on their fullbacks bombing forward. So I do think you kind of need to play him. But a part of me would go if Odegaard's there, slap Eze on the left, man, really and truly. I don't think Eze is going to start, you know. I don't. If Odegaard's not injured, I don't think Eze is going to start. I'd love him to. I'm sure he's wild in training. I'm sure he's raring to go, but I don't know if it's going to happen, my guy. So that's that. I did cover this yesterday. I did cover this article earlier today, people. This is why Arsenal invested. So check out the video I did earlier. Trabzonspor have reached an agreement in principle with Arsenal for Albert Sambi Lokonga. Trabzonspor's preference for a deal is a loan with an option to buy. Lokonga is understood to be looking forward to joining the Turkish side, and we're looking to see you gone. Completely off topic, and this is about what a Turkish team's doing, but and I don't know why. Maybe it's IC3 midfield attacks. Renato Sanchez has gone on loan to Panathinaikos. Crazy how his career went. Gunnerblog said, Arsenal's aggressive investment this summer is funded in part by the club's increased revenues and improved commercial performance. While Arsenal have significant headroom on the Premier League's PSR, they're sailing ever closer to the win of UEFA's squad cost war. You lot keep buying the kits, man. Clearly it's working. Kiwior will arrive in Porto to undergo his medical today before signing a contract until 2030 in all, including the loan fee and transfer fee. The deal is worth around 25 million, which is crazy. Kiwior to depart to Porto today via a flight. Porto confident Arsenal will give green light and the deal will be complete. Rodrigo, hey, come on, man. Come on. We're streaming. Rodrigo instructed his agents to look for a new destination this summer, so why haven't they? I don't really believe this unless you don't get Hincapie, but Arsenal apparently have approached Girona for Anot Martinez with a proposal. 8 million euros plus 2 million euros of bonuses included. You can both play left backs, two very different defenders. So if the Hincapie thing can't be done, I think that's where we go. Stuttgart apparently have been unable to come to an agreement with Arsenal over Fabio Vieira and have now moved on to other targets. So all we're saying, folks, Nelson loan, Kiwior loan with obligation to buy, Fabio Vieira loan. Romano said, according to my sources, Hincapie is very attracted. I'm definitely not why for that, but I'm really tempted by the Arsenal project. The understanding is that Arsenal are pushing a lot on the player side and are waiting to negotiate with Bayer Leverkusen. The player is waiting for Arsenal. Porto, oh, sorry, seen that already, but I'm excited. But Porto will send a new proposal to Arsenal for Kiwior this week, expected to be worth 20 million euros. The club will discuss a loan with an obligation to buy formula. Don't forget, I'm back at 4 p.m. people. What were you saying for Bert then? Kepa, Zubimendi, Norgard, Madueke, Mascara, Gyökeres, Eze, question mark over Hincapie, and maybe one more. I'm dreaming, in it. Do you lot? I mean, I thought Eze would be the end of our business. If you get Hincapie or don't, I'd assume there's someone else that's going to sign. Do you think Hincapie or Joe Bloggs, the random defender, is it? Or can you see like Hincapie signed in another name? Either way, for a man that joined in March, serious guy. Hand of Arsenal has said, Arsenal were packed with offers for Kiwior, but the player was set on Porto. Palace made a serious attempt, but failed to convince the Polish centre-back. I can't lie, Kiwior. We should have sent you there anyways, because Palace, you made us happy with the Eze thing. Arsenal negotiating with Leverkusen to pay lower than the release clause for Hincapie. Personal terms are no issue. Now, I'm sure this has been floated, but what? Kiwior, you can't go over them sides. You can't go Leverkusen. On one other idea Berta has is to do both Kiwior and Hincapie loans with obligation, so both clubs can register the transfer on the next year finance books talks ongoing. I'm not aware of any official approach for Anot Martinez as of 9 a.m. Big up Hand of Arsenal. You got anything else? Messi joining us? Okay. What's this? Kiwior should join Porto from Arsenal. Loan with a 27 million euro mandatory buy option, 5-year contract. He had around 15 offers, but chose Porto. Only the bonuses remain to be agreed. So yeah, Berta's on the case. Berta's had to go Portugal bare times in it this summer. Hincapie has said yes to Arsenal and personal terms have been agreed. Long-term deal ready. Understand Hincapie favours Arsenal and is also seen as the ideal signing by Arteta. Arsenal preparing opening bid, likely loan plus obligation with Kiwior to Porto. It's different over here. It's different the way we move, just sharks in this thing. So yeah, Porto have received the offer. It's an obligation. He's already said yes. That's Romano saying it's done. If you still got hope for Rodrigo, Spurs are interested in Como's Nicolas Paz, which that didn't bang, and Manchester City winger Salvinho pulling off a move for either one of those players at this stage of the window seems unlikely, people. And I only mention that because this article I can't find it for the life of me, but they're hoping to convince City to go for Rodrigo or something along those lines so they can get this done. So it is what it is, man. It is what it is. Hopefully we can get stuff. Kobe Maino's been linked with a move away, although for the aggressive links at Man United, some squash it. Would you lot take Kobe Maino Arsenal? Isaac still linked with a move away. He looks like he's going to stay at Palace, but could leave for free, which don't make sense. He's losing about 30, 40 million. Don't know with his deal. Got a year left. Trafford went to City, and they're about to get Donnarumma, provided I'd imagine Edison leaves. Garnacho to, you know what, Chelsea, where Garnacho's concerned, and Xavi Simons, I thought they would have got that one done. There it is. Tottenham's hopes of convincing City to contemplate selling them Silvinho rest on City signing Rodrigo from Madrid. For that to materialize, Rodrigo would need to tell Madrid he wants to go, and the Athletic is not aware of this happening to date. If that changes, it may open a door to talks between Madrid and City, with Pep Guardiola an admirer of Rodrigo. That in turn could provoke a conversation between Spurs and City over Silvinho. As things stand, however, this is purely hypothetical. City insists they're not looking to sell Silvinho. Therefore, at present, there's no situation for Spurs to pursue. And despite Thomas Frank's side remaining keen, the Brazilian is currently on course to remain at the Etihad. So, boy, it is what it is. So, yeah, at this point, with Rodrigo, he's instructed his agents to find a new club. Does anyone really believe this? It seems like that's the only one that's going to pay the bills, really, and what's left of the transfer window open to Arsenal, because the Hincapie stuff, there's only so many times they can say it. Hugo Ekitike looks sick in it. He looks sick, man. Maybe we should have got him as well, man. He looks cold. I mean, see, there are good players in the Bundesliga clubs. Just United bought the wrong one. Declan Rice, part of the leadership group at Arsenal, is one of the players selected as a mentor to Dalman. Hand of Arsenal did say this, because having started his own journey at a young age, he's viewed as an ideal candidate to give advice. And you know what, Rice? Big up yourself. Because I saw you try and actually pass the ball for Dalman to score. In not normal circumstances, I thought you would have clotted it. Dalman is entering year 11 in September and has built in study time at Arsenal's training ground to ensure his education does not suffer. Ray Parler, Tony Adams, get this guy the beer, man. You're going to be a baller, man. Education is important, man. Education is so important. Come, man. Forget the school thing. I'm being silly, people. Players completing their education is extremely important to the club, and Mertesacker is the driving force behind this. Yeah, man, school and that. You don't need that, man. You're going to be a footballer, lad. You already are a footballer, lad. So what, he don't go to school no more? Or he just, just lives at the training ground? Who cares, man? Big up Max Dalman. Haven't seen much of Hincapie. Is he as good as I'm hearing? He's a quality player. I think people need, you know how it is now. Everyone's an expert, but everyone's watched Leverkusen. Everyone's watched Leverkusen in the champs. We're going to learn a bit more about him as he's clearly under the microscope, and we're watching him aggressively. 50 more likes, 49 more likes until we hit 200, folks. Big up you lot. I should go missing more often. Kobe Mano runs like he's towing a caravan. No thanks. What about what he does on the football team? Kez. What do you mean, Kez? Talking about the ban. I hate the personal terms agreed thing. This is just man saying, yes, in WhatsApp group, why is this nerd news? To be fair to you, it's a bit deeper than that, the makeup of a contract and whatnot, but I hear it. Skelly IG is going to play in midfield more. That's why we're getting Hincapie. Or we've just got the options to do that. Edu is the main villain of our selling worlds. He handed out ridiculous contracts. Fair enough. But can we convincingly say, though, like, regardless of what you think about Nelson, Zinni, all these guys, and you're not wrong. In fact, I even think the Zinni one's harsh, because it's just that you ain't developed. But whatever the guys that we want gone, for those that are on big wages, yeah, I'm not saying it's not a tough sell, but can we guarantee if these guys were not at the other teams that are known as selling, that regardless, these clubs wouldn't be able to find a way? I'm not sure. So we are breaking even on Kiwior. I don't know. It looks like a loss to me. That new defender is another set-piece merchant. I love it. Man said, hijack AFC. I hope we don't sign Hincapie, man. He's too good to hold bench, but he's never getting in over Saliba and Gabriel. Don't waste that much. Sign the 10 million centre-back from Girona and use the rest for a left winger. Nah, bring Hincapie, man. Bring him. If Eddie was in charge, we'd have signed 2 players so far this summer, but we wouldn't know about Eze and all these guys. We're probably still trying to get Zubamendi over the line, let alone the new contracts for everyone who signed the new deal. Gyökeres would still be in Portugal. But to be fair, over there at Nottingham Forest, he is doing quite well. It's like Bert only knows how to write checks. Well, you get some sales, because that's the one thing people are saying, oh, you can't sell. It's time to convert Martinelli into a fullback. It's time to run the Antonio Valencia, Ashley Young training regime. He needs to go somewhere they play a back three and do all of that, man. He needs to cut, bro. Got time for you, Martinelli, but it's just not happening. And yeah, why not? Just so Spurs can't get him. Got turf for 2 players quickly. And because we ain't had this life, man. Like, I know what you said, too good to hold bench and all of that, but bro, I want to be well stocked. This is what I mean, because typically if it's winter, like the season being winter, we go outside in a t-shirt knowing the temperature is going to drop. And then we're surprised when it drops and we ain't got jackets. Now with the depth we've got about 70 million jackets on and the luxury to take stuff off. Now I want this depth. I need this. Either you lot need it, I need it. We deserve this. I deserve. Who's playing left back? Is it going to be Timber? Is it Hincapie? Is it Calafiori? Is it Miles Lewis Kelly? We all know Magalhaes is the first choice left back. But to have him, Calafiori, Hincapie, all them dons that can play right-sided centre-back, Can't forget Mascara as well. Can do a job at fullback as well as centre half. I deserve this. I need this. I want this. Because then, and I'm not trying to scapegoat anyone, but the club, everybody, if everybody's cool with the signings, or the worst thing we've got to say is around injury, I mean, selling players, then that at least says, cool, we need to sell, but we've got the players in that's required. Maybe we should do all right then, innit? Maybe we should do all right. Are we missing anything out? Can you not still see the screen? Oh, yeah, you can. I feel like we are. Gabriel Jesus. Wait, what was that? Okay, close that. Receives third injury boost. Arsenal have received more good news on the injury front with Gabriel Jesus, apologies, stepping up his recovery from the serious knee injury he sustained at the start of the year. Feels like such a long time ago when he got injured against United. Apparently, he said on social media, it's been 7 months of pain, uncertainty, and anxiety. Today, I finally feel light, like a child playing football again. God is great. God is great every time, my boy. I do think Arteta, at least for the year, will utilize you, but yeah. There's a claim in the Turkish media that Trabzonspor are showing interest in Arsenal midfielder Albert Sambi Lokonga. They want to bring in a central midfielder. The Turkish club are said to have reached an agreement in principle to sign a 25-year-old. The Belgian is keen on the move to the Black Sea. According to the regional newspaper, Trabzonspor are looking to loan Lokonga with an option to purchase. No option, bro. Because, listen, you know more than me, but yeah. But we gave him a new contract. Forget that. Just go, bro. Just get him gone. John Cross of the Mirror said, Arsenal say that Hincapie deal is not dependent on outgoings first, as they are now in talks with Leverkusen over a deal, people. Hincapie has a release clause. He was seen crying after the game at the weekend because he could be ready for an exit. There's interest from England, interest from the Premier League. Let's follow the situation. We'll be there. City, Arsenal, Liverpool have interest in signing Rodrigo, but Real Madrid are yet to receive a single bid. So clearly 3 teams, either they've got other things to do, or they don't really believe you're as available, or the speculation in the media is correlating to real life. The guy wants to stay, man. Say it. Just have to move on, man. Kiwior is a strange one. The loan covers his salary about 3 mil a year, sell for 25 up front, and the bonuses on obligations about 35 mil. Not bad, as we get a better fitted player in Hincapie. Facts. Wish Jesus was fit for Liverpool. Him on the right, Nelly on the left would be deadly. Even that, like the left-hand side, who is our first choice option? I'll stick Eze out there if Arteta is saying, you know, he's adamant that it's a Rice, Zubimendi, and Odegaard thing. But many of you point to me and say, oh, he's not a left winger. Cool. Martinelli does help out defensively, which is the problem, if that's the great thing we can say. You do have Trossard, you do have Madueke, you do have a fit Gabriel Jesus. So while there's depth and it can help us, who is the number one? Like, who is the number one? I demand squad depth this season. Hincapie played in a back 3. He'll look even better in a 4. Exactly, man. Rodri is starting fit, and Kobe Mainoo is fit and can't get on the pitch. But man can't go score no more. It'd be mad for him, the hassle he would get every. Oh, I hear you, Warren. No, but you know what? For Dowman, if you're getting that 15, it's going to be with you your whole life. Rodri's not slow. I wouldn't say Rodri's the quickest man on the world, but like these men are professional athletes. They might be slow in comparison to some of their peers, but he's definitely not slow. And even if he does lack pace, I'm not comparing him to Busquets, but where them man don't have pace, they make up for pace in another area. Here. Agree with you, DG, on Martinelli against Liverpool. Despite all the great options available to Arteta, Martinelli can stretch Liverpool. Not Martinelli, just start the game, give us 60 minutes, and it is what it is. Or, you know, start Eze. You bring on Martinelli against tired legs. I know we're not going to see Martinelli through the middle. And I don't want to see that if we've got Gyökeres, which we do have. Liverpool's defense is so poor, we'll cook him for real. Yeah, but you know what? You could say their defense is poor, yeah. But then on one hand, football's decided in both ends, right? So if we're going to say that Liverpool's defense looks a bit shaky, and it sounds, pardon me, it sounds dumb to say because we score 100 goals, but if there's one area of our pitch that Arsenal fans were a bit, Arteta needs to fix it. And it's not so much personnel, it's our attack, because we scored 5 goals. Let's have it right. We scored 5 goals, we created. But we should have scored those 5 goals before. There was long periods against Leeds where we're saying, well, go on for the creation. People can, quite frankly, fuck themselves with their talking nonsense about Arsenal and set pieces, because you think we're the only ones that get corners. And if you've got a problem with Arsenal scoring corners, please defend the corners better or don't give it to us. There's nothing to cry about, innit? But we did do that, and that needs to be an added Arsenal into our game. But open play was left lacking, really. So my point of saying that is to say this: it's all fun and games saying there's going to be opportunities, but are we convincingly going to take them? These are two questions we can't answer. And I guess it makes it even more interesting. I wouldn't say your defense is poor, but there's been some stupid individual mistakes in the last 2 games, which you'd rather do it now, innit? And fortunately for Liverpool, they found a way to win. You've caught life in the last 2 games. Don't get twisted. Ancelot's not an idiot. He knows this. And that is going to happen. You know, that's how you win a title. There was a couple of times, I'm sure, if you asked Ancelot and Liverpool last year where things went wrong, they weren't playing amazing, you go and win. It's like us versus United. Of course, you equate the performance and the 3 points. You want the 3 points every time. We take the 3 points, scored a goal, went home, first game of the season, big game, all that jazz. And then you look at the performance. Because there are going to be games you lose when you've played amazing. You win when you've been shit. You draw when you need a bit less. But over a 38-game period, you're going to get what you belong, where you kind of belong. So, yeah, man. Appreciate the super chat, Mr. Oh, wow. What a name. Listen, big up yourself. That fucking hell, bro. You couldn't afford nothing else to call your username. Love for the super chat, but what gone for you, my friend, man? Like, anyways, you're right about Pace DG. Probably a poor example, but Mertesacker is an example of that. Of course, again, you got to have the reading of the game. Obviously, if you're slow and you're very good at reading the game, there's going to be times your pace is exposed. But if I was a footballer, I'd rather be someone that's quote unquote slow, but I'm a thinkers man footballer. I don't know, I'm centre mid, my left back's got the ball and my left wing is making a run. I'm not even involved in the first phase of play, but I'm clocking where I need to be. I'd rather that than I'm mad quick, I can do better skills, but my body is moving faster than my brain. We see better than we got one at our club. Crazy works. I feel like Martinelli will start due to Arteta liking his tracking back in the early minutes of the game. And I must admit, against Liverpool, I'm for that. Martinelli, it's a squad player thing, though. Best defense in Europe. I want us to say we got one of the best attack. Who's my front three? I'm okay. I'm probably big up yourself. I'm probably going to change my opinion every week now. Well, every week, every day that comes. But I would love to. I would say for me, Gyökeres, because I think Odegaard's going to be there, innit? So I want Eze to start. I do. But then if Odegaard's going to be there, you got Rice and Zubimendi. I'd probably start all 3 if I'm honest with you. I'd love to put Eze in the 10. If Odegaard's fit or it's a late one, he's on the bench, Eze in the 10 for me. A part of me says if Odegaard's there, I still want Eze out wide. I know it looks mad, but I want Eze out wide and probably Madueke off the right and obviously Gyökeres through the middle. But then when I look at Liverpool and, it's one thing criticizing them defensively, but Frimpong's not fitting it. It's probably going to be Conor Bradley. Either way, there seems like more of an emphasis on your fullbacks. Naturally, that's going to be double. You're going to double up in wide areas, isn't it? Martinelli go and do that. Because if you're not competent in their half, you might as well be competent in ours, innit? There's a use for you. Go and do that, innit? Go and do that. Go tire them out. If Eze's on the bench, God forbid, Eze, Trossard, someone go nick it for us. It's one where you actually wish. Isolated to this game. For as much as I love Eze and Gyökeres, it's the Gabriel Jesus's and Martinelli's. I think we can be a bit cute and clever in terms of attempting to get a result against you, man. A part of me thinks high scoring draw. If I had to put money, I would say Liverpool win, but we got to do this, man. If we don't win at Anfield this year, we never will win the league. I've said that last few years because there used to be a time. Well, some are older than me. Seen Arsenal win the league at Liverpool. Used to be a time they would win in my life. They'd win at Anfield. We'd win at Anfield. They'd win at our place. Not really that deep. Then there was a time where it was just high scoring draws. Then obviously with the Manes, the Mo Salahs, Jurgen Klopp, we're just getting our asses thumped up. Last few years, it's been better, innit? It's been better. Like it's been better. We've coped with the atmosphere. We've done all right, but we've not got the result. Like. And it's one where, what was it? What would we say, people? The first 20 minutes in that black kit, couldn't believe what was happening. Last year was a nothing game, really. And you lot wrapped up the league. Yeah, it's a big game and that, but it's not really that deep. I'm sure the year before that, I didn't see it, but maybe allegedly it hit Odegaard's hand. And we all remember that scene of Rice by himself. Like he's part of the 300 and there's just a sea of red shirts. Come, man. You don't need this, man. Come on, man. Arsenal, please. St. James's Park, the Etihad, Anfield. You win at those places, I start believing you don't know what I'm going to believe in it now. I start to believe in that. What a Saturday Hayland looking crazy in the training pitch it is, man. You won't win the league if you don't beat them. Your set pieces worry me the most. The thing is, both teams can be got at. Both teams have the ability of brain farts. Both teams do dumb shit. Like, I actually think Liverpool have a lot of brain farts, but the problem is, They'll get Liverpool. They'll take their jabs, but they'll land their knockout blows. Again, you have to kill Liverpool. It's not good enough to just be better than them, on top of them. And as I said, even if we assume, forget if it's individual mistakes defensively for Liverpool, or let's just assume they actually are bad defensively. Our issue is not putting the ball in the back of the net. Now, so far, so good. What's that? 6 goals in 2 games. But you don't know creativity, moving the ball quicker. These are things that we're not going to see change overnight. Might see elements of better against Liverpool, but it's not going to happen 3 games in. We need to overcome that, because Liverpool could be looking at that. Well, we know they're going to invert. The left back's going to invert. We know certain things are going to happen in midfield. We know Zuberman. They know they should be knowing Zubermendi as good as us because they wanted him. They know you get a Zubermendi, you kind of stop the hub in our team. They know we're going to be patient. You know what our left-hand side is going to do. Obviously, it's a bit different because Saka's not there now. I don't know for Madueke. I think both teams can hurt each other on the transition. It's one of them where Gyökeres is going to, all season, really, you're a sacrificial lamb. I hope you can score, but you're going to be really just living off scraps, really. It's my wide men. I need to make the difference and obviously give us a set piece. Could be all right. Eze, Gyökeres, Ethan, bring in Max for Martin. Be amazed if Dalman ain't on the bench, to be fair, but I hear you. Vert struggling, watch him turn up against us. I hear it, man, but at the same time, I think too much. Again, all of these guys that people got concerns about that have just kicked the ball, in the Prem, they might flop. They might. Like, I think Hugo Kitike is 30, but like, just because you scored in your first 2-3 Premier League games don't mean you're going to be a success. Same way Verts has been looking slow. I don't think he's scored from open play going back to January. I saw that on Twitter, so I don't know if it's real and whatnot, people. But like, it's far too early to be calling man flops. You got to remember, like, not only is Verts in a new league, he's in a completely new team, different dynamic, getting to know his teammates. Slot is probably, well, to me, and you'd have to speak to Liverpool fans. I wouldn't say they're playing dramatically different, but this more looks like Slot's Liverpool versus Klopp's. Like, they're trying 1-2 things. There's teething issues in that regards. Like, there proper is. So I can't see all of that and think, yeah, he's just going to bang. Calafiori's attack been good, but against Salah, I'd rather Miles Lewis. Skelly, tough decision. It's one where I'll be real. You wish you could stick Timber out there, but I don't want to change the dynamics. Or you wish Tommy was about. Martinelli was picked for the Brazil team over Rodrigo. Ancelotti's Brazil manager. Very interesting. Martinelli will eventually bang at Arsenal or elsewhere. Verts is looking crap. Pressure on him. Prem is different from that Farmers League. Morata scored like 10 headers in his first 11 games or something like that at Chelsea, then flopped. And again, how did it start for Bergkamp? How did it start for Henry? It's not where it starts, how you finish. And even that, like, I'm not even saying Gyökeres won't be a flop, but everyone in their dollar, this about Gyökeres, that about Gyökeres. Man's written off after about 30 seconds against Spurs. Everybody loves him, man. So here's what this can never change my name. What a name, man. Like, what, you know, I'm never ever saying your name, but big up yourself. And you know what? You're always here supporting, so you can be a mod. What possessed you to go with that name? I almost said it. I was like, whoa, I can't be saying that. I got faith in both of them, man. Calafiori, I think you deserve to start in it. And I've seen you. Well, to be fair, Silvino last year at the Etihad, I think you could have done better, but I think Calafiori ain't put a foot wrong. I think in a kind of predictable, rigid and known system, not that Calafiori isn't part of the system, he's got that randomness, like, and I think where you look at Slot and Arteta, it's gonna be them kind of weird tactical battles where it might be end to end, but it's like the managers are playing FIFA. Calafiori just a madman like that. Miles Lewis Skelly got all the faith in the world against him, very mature and switched on. There's pros and cons and drawbacks, all of them. You could put Timber over there. I'm not really for putting Timber over there and White. Whoever goes out there, do the job, innit? Next few days of the transfer window are going to be fun. For once, we're not begging and crying for one. Bro, amen. Like, even Vlahovic, he's linked with Newcastle. And I haven't spoken about it, but I saw it as I was preparing all of this stuff for you. And I thought, it's almost like a full circle moment. Like, that could have been us, That could have been us, guys and girls. Martinelli is like Walcott. We want him to be that guy very much so, but he's not that guy. To be fair, Martinelli, you can't talk to Theo Walcott. You can't. You can't, man. Yo, DG, how was Carnival? It was all right, a bit of anxiety. It was nice, man. I ate a lot of food, enjoyed a lot of music, and had a jolly good time, man. Until next year. Sunday was better, though. Sunday morning Juve is amazing. Like, I should show the video. Just covered in paint, bro. Like, just cut it. Sunday's better, man. Monday's a bit too riff-raffy and I'm seeing gal fighting. I'm seeing man fighting. Like, I'm just like, there's too much cheeks for this. Like, control your alcohol. Relax yourselves. This is why I like to be in like the ropes with the people. Them in it. People. So I want to do carnival. Some people want to do carny. But yeah, man. Eze or the God Madueke. Would you rather have sold Zini or Kiwior given a chance? Kiwior, Zinchenko. But then again, if we're trying to raise peas, Kiwior's got a better market in it. Man said, I actually came with a sensible super chat this time. And DJ just want to call me for no reason. Now, you're just a bad man, but big up yourself, man. Crazy name. Crazy name. I can't even call him BP because look what he stands for. Mad, man. But big him up. Feel like Madueke going to cook that left back. Hijacking Spurs is what Arsenal do best. Keep it up, man. Carnival, I miss that every time I've been. Never seen girls fighting. You'd be surprised, man. You see a lot of it, but the amount of balloon, people that do balloons make me sick, man. Fuck off with your balloon shit, bro. You lot go to the sound systems. Like, come off the roads, bro. Like, come off the roads and stop congregating near the judging point. All right, please. Just let it be carnival, mate. Yeah, like this is every flipping year. Like every year, just sunglasses, Jamaica Ballet, what Asian thing over it. It's a movie. It's a movie. It's a movie, DG. What do you mean by cheeks? Do people want to know? Shirley, is this what you're doing? I'm not even. I can't wiggle out of this. I normally do the PR thing. I can't wiggle out of this one. Yeah. Fucking hell, mate. When in doubt, run away. I had to do that. I can't avoid no way am I having certain conversations. You know. Bro, there's cheeks in it, bro. There's nothing. Like, the black girl are showing out with the cheeks, bro. Like, pick up all the women, but bro, like, fam, it's like if you have a party, you have to have more girls than guys. That's why parties work. Well, to be fair, it goes different because do you know what is some people just drink alcohol and just can't control themselves, man. I like Zini, he's the joker, he can play anywhere and anytime for real. I like his role if he stays because he's quality. I just can't see him staying though. There's too much man in the squad and you're on too much piece. It's dark, bro. It's dark, man. Like, Shirley's horrible woman. Great to see youngsters like Dalman, Rio, MLS, Ethan, Yalmao bring your football back like how we play on FIFA. Every time I go, I don't see madness. I only see it on videos. I hear about it on the news. Hey, Warren, you're moving mad. Nah, it's not hanging up, bro. I can't lie, bro. Like carnival, that them looking pretty in their costumes and that. It's just nice, and I love soca in it, and it's just vibes. It's just a vibes, bro. Just a vibes. I don't know why, but see your drug. You know how nice food tastes. If you lot saw the way I was demolishing this roti, that you would have thought I've never eaten before. Walcott slander is crazy. Imagine there was actually a decent investment in a team while he was there, and in his prime, plus he scored 100 goals. The only thing that used to pee me off about Theo, and I think one thing that didn't help him is obviously Sven-Jan Eriksson, RIP. He thought he hit a lick, called him up to England for no reason, didn't play him. He thought he was going to be the guy. Didn't bang. Obviously, eventually he took the number 14 shirt. But above everything, the one thing that peed me off with Theo Walcott, 1 minute he wanted to be a right winger, 1 minute he wanted to be a striker, then he wants to be a striker, then he wants to be a winger. Like, he just couldn't make his mind up. But Theo, who likes soccer, don't come around here then. If you don't like soccer, fuck off, bro. Big up social. But if you don't like soccer, what the fuck you not doing at carnival? Take yourselves onto those side roads, right? And listen to those sound systems and that Jamaican stuff. That vulgar Jamaican stuff. Come on, I like that as well. But like, I do not like soccer. Do you not like it? And all the other, listen, I ain't no music connoisseur, but all them other genres and shit, love it. Imagine only going carnival for women. I don't need to do that. I'm hesitating, adaptable, versatile, everything. You don't need to. Come on, man. You lot do everything for women in life, innit? Women are not everything, bro. They are everything. They are everything, but they're not everything. But I agree with what Social said here. Like, you know, we're not in no foolishness in the deadline in the transfer market is refreshing. But then again, like, you never know. Clearly, there's been some surprises. Hincapie is a bit of a shock. Mascara was a bit of a shock. There's probably been a next signing. I'm not Eze, bit of a shock factor. Those are probably exceptions to the rule. More time, and to be fair, Hincapie's not here yet. More time, our thing is the long dragged out saga. Like, you saw it with Gyökeres, you saw it with Zubamendi, saw it with Rice, you see it all the time. So yeah, man. Milan not interested in seeing it anymore. To be fair, if you're half these clubs, you probably want Zini on loan. You're probably sitting there and saying, you know what, why are we going to pay what Arsenal want when a year from now he's going to be free? And plus, Arsenal want to get rid of Donny. So it's a myth. What was I juicing? You know, where I'm from, juicing's got another meaning, but at this Malcolm, I'm going to assume we're talking about yak. Everything, fam. Jack Iron, Ray and Nerve, Hennessy. Don't know why. Cider, the Corona for no reason. Red Stripe. I didn't even finish it. My friend gave me this. It weren't the real. It's not the real one, so it's a bit cringy. I had the real ones, but it tastes different still. It tastes different to me. But everything, bro. Dub reggae. Every minute I'm refreshing Ornstein's page. Ryan, chill, man. Chill, man. We can afford to chill. We can afford to chill. Everyone just gotta tranquilo. We need to just get rid of players that are not going to contribute. Soon our squad will just be quality players with high resale value getting there. You're making me cry, but I didn't think we'd ever get there, man. Didn't throw up? Nah, man. Fuck that throwing up. I've definitely thrown up from alcohol before. I've definitely rubbed out bare times. I'm definitely not gonna sit here and act bougie in it, like, but not, you can't let that happen at Carnival. I know when it comes to drinking, I need to line my belly properly, and I can't do the rushing thing. Like, we just got here. I need to start and ease my way in. It's a marathon, man. Red Bull and vodka is a go-to drink. Not me, man. Just give me the very enough with the Red Bull with that. I don't know what you're talking about, my guy. You don't. Oh, man, you got iron stomach. I can't mix them drinks anymore. To be fair, though, it does. I don't get hungover when I stick. Like, if I'm drinking something clear or something dark and you stick to one, it's great. But then peer pressure, innit? Hey, yeah. Hey, back that, man. Hey, swing that. And before you know, I just feel like Superman. Like, I don't know about anyone else, but I do like to be on. I don't know about anyone else, but you drink enough alcohol, I feel like I'm in a video game. Like, I feel like everything around me. I don't really care. Like, it's a video game. It's a video game. Who's your favorite person on AFTV and what made you like football? I don't really have a favorite on AFTV, so I can't answer that. And what made me like football? Couldn't give you one specific one. Like, everything. I've just grown up with football, innit? Family members, older cousins, everyone's playing it in primary school. Like, I just think football was always, I don't know, like, was just always gonna end up liking football. Like, that's just it. That's, a little kid, if I wasn't like doing runouts and knock down ginger and that, was playing 60 seconds and Wembley doubles and red arse and pause, goal to goal and what's the 4 goals, and it was just always gonna be that, bro. Man said 2 magnums ain't doing nothing. Ciders over beers. What about both? Why have we always got to pick? It's like Messi and Ronaldo. Why have we always got to pick? Why can't it just be both? But just take time. Just drink responsibility, man. Responsibility responsively. Messi's the GOAT, 100. IPA. That's an idiot thing, Pat. I can't lie. Them ones there, that's an idiot thing. It's the ones they give away for free. Gin and vodka. See, you're by yourself. See, this me. I know what I can do. I can't do the vodka and the gin thing. Gin's horrible, bro. And McLean, tell them again, soca is a great stuff. Great stuff, especially when the sun's shining. To be fair, I want to do Carnival in the Caribbean, man. I think I'm over England still. I'm over it, man. It needs to be vibes now, man. Malibu, brother. Pick up yourself, Ahmed. Brother. That's horrible as well. That's a plating. No beer. I'm not the biggest beer fan, but brother, if the beer's there, I'm gonna do it, innit? Like, it's like when I got my football games, I'm on that, like, I'm on that. Give me 2 pints, 3 pints. Pints feel a bit weird to me though, because if I drink 2 full pints, it feels like I've eaten a meal. Like I promise you, I could be so hungry back there. I'm not hungry no more. It's absolutely crazy. I need to do Trini Carnival. Same, man. I don't think Notting Hill's where it's at no more in Brazil. Head will be on Mars, bro. It's for the best. It's for the best. Head will be on Mars. Like, in Brazil, too much madness. There's too much madness. Too much going on. A lot of calories. True. Just enjoy them. Lad. Just enjoy them. Why always comparing them, lad? I'll be honest, lads. I'm gonna say mixed drinks. Yeah, they're good, but then there are Zanga as well. I'd rather make my own things. Different experience, and it's like 5 days. Carnival for 5 days is mad though. I'm lying. I could, you know. There's too much going on though. There's too much going on. I'm coming back with the new Ronaldinho, 100%, 100%, 100%. But I'll circle back to Brazil when the kid's of age, man. If he's not a footballer, I'm not looking after him. I'm joking. Look after your kids. We don't condone that. We definitely don't. See, you lot including Selena. Free Palestine every time, and it should be there. Should be there. It's unfortunate that these are things that are reality in the world, but you're gonna do, eh? What can we do? What can we do? It's horrible times, man. It's horrible times. I'm just aware of the time, people. We've got, come on, DG, don't look stupid in front of people. 39 minutes until I'm live again. I'm gonna have Just D, I'm gonna have SB, and I'm gonna have Halftime Hooks. We'll be live at 4 p.m. We'll probably go over arcs and their thoughts and everything. If you've got any questions, bring them over. Where we're concerned here, though, man, as usual, you lot support your banter, your super chats, your talking points. Big up you lot, whether you're participating on YouTube, Twitch, silent viewers. Appreciate you lot. So yeah, make sure we're subbing, we're smashing like buttons, we're doing all that good stuff, people. We got to 70,000. I say we because we are family, but the journey don't stop. The journey don't stop. We need to get to 100 sooner rather than later. So yeah, on that note, you lot, big up yourselves, man. In a bit. Always